off we go from Las Vegas. Cameron Batson now from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Now a play fake. Lance. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Here's Lance to throw it. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Yeah, I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Lance looking to throw it. Buying time to his left. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle, and that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot, but the coverage up to the task, and it forces a 4th down. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. It's taken to the 26. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. First carry now for the Memphis man, Darrell Henderson. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
On play action, Prescott. Flush to his right. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Prescott off play action. Steps away to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Eluding the pressure right. This one caught by Kittle. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. George Kittle, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are on the board first here in Vegas. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. QT now from his end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They'll run it. This is James Robinson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. It's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter. They'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you can see that he thought he'd be in a different...
Touchdown, Bengals! Jerry Jeudy, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed, aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
QT now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They'll try the left side with Henderson, and he'll get only a couple up to the 22. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
On third down, it's Prescott. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Derek Brown coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. Dak and the offense still out there. They are going to go for it. Prescott to throw on 4th. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. Throwing on first down is Lance. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw, it's Lance. Again, he targets Judy, and this time the catch made. And the Bengals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
This defense porous so far in this first quarter. They face another 1st and goal. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie, Andre Cisco. And the Raiders are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Dancing to his left. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And they'll be inside the red zone with a ball at the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out. yards.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd and 3 from the 9. A give to Elliott. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bengals add on to their lead. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. QT now from his end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one. Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Off the play fake, Prescott. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. George Kittle, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bengals are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that makes the score 28-0. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. QT now from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. A carry by Henderson to start the drive. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. He will find the rookie from Ole Miss, Elijah Moore. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Henderson will try and run for the first. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. Henderson going to run for it. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down.
We're all still valiantly searching for the so-called book, right, that tells us what to do in every situation. Everyone kind of knows what it says, but it's never really been written down anywhere. He violated every code on that one, didn't he? Deciding to go for it right there.
Oh, yeah, your side of the field, this stage of the game, you're supposed to punt the football. He said, who cares? I'm going to light the book on fire.
Yeah, analytics, everyone else, be warned, he's coming for you.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. Blitz coming, and down he goes. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. The Raiders on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and forever. Play action now. Prescott. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A big play there on the catch and run. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Henderson now on 1st and 10. Finds a seam inside the 40. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. 42 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off inside the 10.
Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question, because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions. You have to know your quarterback and know if he's mentally tough enough to have a chance to turn it around, or is he a guy that maybe you've seen enough and it's time to go to the backup? But right now what you're rooting for is your defense to help keep you in the game, to give him an opportunity to get back on track.
Well, this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
On play action, Lance.
They'll roll him out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since.
Again, it's Lance.
Being chased out left.
Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
QT now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And we'll see what they want to do. Just 20 seconds remaining here before the half. Meanwhile, Dak's throw complete there to Moore. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number one. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Prescott now. Flushed out right. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Final play of the half. Prescott. Flush to his right. Man open is Robinson. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. No return here for QT, so this will come out to the 25. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off around the 41. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there with his 16th touchdown of the year. And thanks to the interception, the Bengals offense cashes in with 6. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away.
QT now from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is Just what you said, you've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. First down, Prescott. He'll fire one deep for Westbrook. And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 12. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now.
And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. A big play there for Cincinnati.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
On first down, Lance. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown. Jerry Judy. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And thanks to the interception, the Bengals offense cashes in with 6. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. QT now from his end zone. And ultimately he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think
a leap, and he's got it. He got it. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. It's a big play there for Vegas. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott forced out to his left. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
A second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This will be a critical call.
It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
Prescott's throw here into the hands of Moore. And the Raiders are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll run here with Henderson. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Prescott to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Derek Brown able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Rosas' kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
The Bengals drive about to get going. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis. And the Raiders have got him. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that could...
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off Byron Jones.
And the Raiders will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle. That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Prescott. The open man is Westbrook. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you?
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. It looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover it before he gets going.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. They'll run on first down. It's Henderson. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Prescott flushed out right. And he wisely will throw that one away. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player in the field.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Derek Brown able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. Flush to his right. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. That one looks like he'll throw here. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Play action. Now it's Lance. Yeah, he'll find Hall. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Throw left side complete. That's Hall. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Again, they'll throw it with Lance. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Throwing again on 2nd down. Lance. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown. And the blowout continues. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the 4th quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like 4th quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one.
That'll be swung out wide here for Henderson.
And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's a 2nd down. Prescott now from the 50. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure.
John Franklin Myers.
What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. One last shot now for Prescott. Buying time to his left. And it will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Cincinnati, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they will head home next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Meanwhile, for Las Vegas,
it was a game they really needed as they drop back to 4-6. And they'll have a quick turnaround as they're back in action Thursday afternoon at around 3:30 Eastern for the traditional Thanksgiving Day game in Dallas. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
I'm ready for more. You fired up, I'm fired up. Don't run from rap. 1, 2, 3.